Hey, it's Venom Kind of 13. In my previous one of my previous videos, I had mentioned that I wanted to build a workbench because I don't have a way to mount a vise on the small table that I had. I needed a little bit more space, and I wanted to do some work on my AR-15. I definitely needed a vise for that, and so in order to have the vise, I built a workbench. So this is my new workbench. I got the plans off of an internet site called Family Handyman, and then I modified it for my needs and the space I had available. Their plan was 30 inches wide, and mine is a couple inches off because I needed to fit through the door. Their plan also had the shelves coming all the way to the end, but I didn't make that because I wanted open space here in case I needed a bigger area. I changed the plans a little bit, but basically I followed the plans on that site. It was called Family Handyman. It was just a regular workbench. Of course, I'm going to use it for my gun work. So I have a vise mounted so I can do work on the AR-15. I needed that because I put on a new flash suppressor, and I needed a way to hold it, and that's what the vise is for. So the vise will come in handy for doing work on that, and just general projects in general. So I wanted that vise there, so that's the main reason I did that. What I had to do was assemble the parts in the garage upstairs and bring down the pieces separately and assemble down here. So the lower frame was moved down as one piece, and then when I got down here, I attached these two 3/4 inch plywood pieces. The first one is regular plywood, and then so I'd have a nice smooth surface on the top. This top piece is 3/4 inch hardwood maple on the top, and so that gave me a nice smooth work surface without splinters and what have you. And it's glued together and then screwed down into the support cross beams, so it's not going to warp or curve. So it's very solid workbench. And the shelves, if I ever need to move this, or if I needed it the whole space open wide for whatever reason, I made it so I could detach these shelves. These plates, if I unscrew these plates, it will unattach this side over here. And then these two 2x4s are only held in place by 2 screws each. So if I undo those, I can take this whole top shelf unit off if I have to move it or if I need the space or what have you, but it's on there pretty solid. It's not going anywhere. And then I added some pegboard on the sides here and here, and for hanging tools. And then the things I think I'll use the most, I just put on little hooks in the front here. So my Tapco armorer's tool, scissors, which I seem to use all the time, are in the front. And I got some other stuff on the side. And then of course the pieces for holding the AR-15 and the vise are here. And then I have a shelf here. I wanted to make this shelf high enough that I had open space, a good amount of open space under, and yet still had a little bit of room to put stuff here. And of course I have room on the top, my lead sled plus, my tumbler, things I use but not particularly often. Then I also built a shelf at the bottom. I wanted to have room to put stuff under, but still have a good sizable amount of room if I need to put something bigger under here. So I made it at this height so I could slide some smaller stuff underneath but still have some room here. So it really turned out pretty well. It took me an evening, a couple hours in the evening to cut all the lumber, and then I assembled the whole thing in a day that I had off. I put a power strip on so I can plug in, tools and what have you, and the light, and the light's on the cord so that I can move it if I'm working over here. Wherever I'm working, I can just move the light around. Other than that, the light's pretty good down here, so with this light here, I should have no problems being able to see with that. And then I was able to clear off all this clutter. This place was a disaster, but now I have it mostly straightened up. And so now I have room. I can put the computer here, and the cord, I can still reach it and sit it. If I need to look up some videos on YouTube or some instructional videos, I can still move that over there. So I kind of like the way that worked out. Other than that, the only thing I need is a seat, because this is a little low. And then I still have my cabinet storage here, trash can. So I have a pretty good setup now. So I'm really happy with it. So this is my new workbench, and this will be where I can do my work from now on. So until next time, it's Venom Kind of 13. If you want to build a workbench, it's not very hard. Go for it. Until next time, we'll see you.